What is up, everybody? This is the WWE Weekly Round-up here on the Yoloderr channel, episode 19. Yep, here we are. We're gonna start back at May 23rd, SmackDown. We had Tiffany Stratton start off the show, have a little promo between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, taking shots at everybody, and then we had Charlotte Flair in the qualifying match for the Money in the Bank against Zelina Vega and Julia, which I saw that happening a mile away that Julia was gonna win this. I'm not upset with it by any means, but you know, we are. We had Ciampa defeat Chris Sabin. The feud's going on a little too long now. Whatever. Priest and McIntyre getting chaotic before their steel cage match, which okay. Their feud's great. Whatever. I'll get to that here in a second. Actually, the next segment, I'll get to it. Eugene and B-Fab versus Piper and Alba Fire. It was okay match. Fatu and JC Mateo versus Uso and Phoenix. It's okay. I can see tension already happening. I can see that Fatu is probably going to separate from them, which he should because he is a badass by himself. R-Truth, little thing against John Cena promo. That's God. That was such a good. It's a good meme. It's a good meme. Okay. LA Knight defeat Aleister Black and Shinsuke, which I'd rather. This sucks for me because I love LA Knight, but I'm also a big Aleister Black fan. Either one of those two would have been great to be in the match, but I feel like since Knight's in the match now, he's gonna be winning Money. I think that's my honest opinion. That being said, because if you saw it like behind all of them during the show, there's like these like comic strips and all that. There's one in particular where it showed John Cena and then had LA Knight behind him trying to grab, foreshadowing. Maybe we'll see. Street Profits vs. Vaxium was another fantastic match. Ended in no contest because we had the return of the Wyatts, the Wyatt Six. Celebrate Bray's birthday with a cake. Pulling the heartstrings there. Pulling the heartstrings. SmackDown is gonna get I'll get a 4 out of 5 from me. 4 out of 5. All right, so now we're gonna head into Saturday night's main event, which is a good little show. We had the show kick off with Sammy and Punk versus Rollins and Braun. I thought it was a good little match. And then I figured that this would be a great time to do this right here in the middle of this episode. Or in this part of the episode. Oh my goodness, I cannot speak today, guys. I am so sorry. But someone asked me for my opinion on who would benefit more for being paired with Seth and Seth and Paul. And you're probably asking why I'm asking this. Well, because during this match, Bronson Reed made his return and sided with Rollins and Paul. Who do I think is going to benefit more from this? Unfortunately, it's going to be Braun Breaker. Like, if I'm going to be 100% optimistic here, it's going to be Braun Breaker because he has more lineage than Bronson Reed. I love Bronson Reed. Don't get me wrong, but Breaker's gonna get it. Unfortunately, that's where I stand with that. Yeah, on the rest of the card, we had Zelina Vega defending her title against Chelsea Green, and that was kind of a gnarly little spot there. That 619, the botch 619. Chelsea with a bloody nose, hopefully nothing broken. We had John Cena defeat R-Truth in a funny little match. Whatever. We had Prue. I mixed up Drew and Priest together there. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a steel cage, which Priest won, and I can't believe they did the concerto on live public television. We haven't seen that in freaking forever. I feel like on WWE at least. AEW is a different ball game. Then we had Jey Uso defeat Logan Paul. Okay, it is what it is. Um, we had the little thing with John Cena come in, messing it all up, and then Cody Rhodes' return, which okay, that's great. Overall, during the main event, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It was a good show, but not the best. I'm just gonna say this now. NXT has always, in my opinion, been better than main roster when it comes to their matches. Storyline promos, about the same, but their matches, man, I don't know what it is on Black and Gold. When wrestlers are over there, it seems like their matches are better than they had on main roster. It is what it is, I guess. Whatever. That being said, this is Battleground 2025. We started off with the NXT Women's North American Championship, Soul Worker versus Kalani Jordan, in an excellent freaking match. Really good match. We had the NXT champions Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs defeat the Coling, which was a good little match. I thought it was honestly, there was some bad spots. I would just say that right now, but it was still a really good match overall. Not too upset. Then we had Stacks defeat Tony D'Angelo. We had Luca come back, kind of like siding with Stacks, and guess we'll see how the story goes. Wasn't a big fan of this match in general. Kind of slow paced for me, but it was all right. However, Valkyrie versus Grace for the NXT Women's Championship, that match was a clinic. That match was so damn good. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch it, because I have little words to say besides how amazing it was. Go back and watch that match. A lot of near falls. So good. And then we had Obafemi defend his title against Miles Bourne and win. Unfortunately, Miles Bourne was going in this hot. Promos were off the chain. People were behind this guy majorly behind this guy. And there were moments that you thought he was going to win, but he did not, unfortunately, win. Fortunate, because Miles Bourne deserves it. One of these days, that guy is going to be NXT champion, and I hope it's sooner rather than later. So, Trips/Sean, if you're hearing me, do it. And then the biggest shock of the night. We had Trick Williams defeat and pin the one, the only Joe Hendry to become TNA World Champion. What the let me tell y'all how I was. My jaw was dropped. My wife's jaw was dropped. We didn't know. We thought it was a botch or something, but nope, it's legit. Yeah. I'm just gonna end off with the Battleground review with 5-star, because that was, yeah, that was something. Now on to Monday Night Raw, May 26th. We opened up the show of Seth, Braun, and Reed and Paul all talking about their vision, blah, 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 blah. We had Penta versus Chad Gable versus Dragon Lee in a triple threat for the qualifier for Money in the Bank. Dear God, that match was insane. Insane. Dragon Lee's suicide dive where he almost went over the freaking announce table. And then never pronounced this guy's name, Vikingo from AAA, kicking Gable in the face and making him bleed. Insane. If you guys don't know Penta's background or what he's done in the past, dear God, this is a wild card for the freaking men's Money in the Bank. I know I said during my SmackDown that I kind of want LA Knight to win, but I don't know. I kind of want Penta to win too, though. And Penta's done some crazy shit in the past. If you don't know, go watch, and if you do know, you know. Dear God, it's gonna be chaotic. Rusev defeated Tozawa in what was like 2 seconds. He had a longer match taking his shirt off going down the entrance ramp than he did in the actual match itself. Then we had New Day defeat Creed and War Raiders in a okay triple threat match. Jey Uso promised to tap out Gunther again. I don't see that happening in my opinion. Kyrie Sane defeated Liv Morgan because she came back from filming, and that whole storyline with Liv, Roxanne, Dom, and Finn. Oh my god, Judgment Day is gonna implode soon, and it's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait for this story. I've been a fan of this story. I'm a fan of Dom. I'm a fan of Finn, Liv, Roxy. It's gonna be great. I'm here for it. People are pushing the narrative to have the custody ladder match since it's been the 20th anniversary of Ray versus Eddie at SummerSlam 2005. I'm for it. Trips, book that shit. Liv versus Roxy ladder match for custody of Dom. um, but yeah, we Kyrie Sane defeat Liv Morgan and a couple botch spots there, but it is what it is. We have Lyra and Becky have their little promo words talking about their husbands, whatever. Over it. Don't care. And we had Seth Rollins defeat Sami Zayn and Finn Balor in a triple threat match, which I'm upset because I wanted Finn to win. But I mean Seth's gonna be a good part to add into the story. But with being said that with Finn, he had Dom help him slide a chair in, but didn't help him in much favor, which I feel like that's going to be playing to a huge part of the story. Then, at the end of the night, we had CM Punk come out, GTS, Rollins, and I feel like that's how Seth's going to lose at Money in the Bank. Overall, SmackDown, Raw is going to get a 4-star out of me. Now we're going to NXT on Tuesday, May 27th. We start off with Ethan Page and Ricky Saints in one of the craziest matches. That freaking Twist of Fate or the cutter, whatever you want to call it, onto that chair, that the top rope spot. Oh my god. A freaking banger of a match right off the rip. I mean, this could have been a PLE like status card. That's how badass this match was. And on top, all you go, Ethan Page is now the NXT North American champion. I am for it. I love Ricky Saints. Don't get me wrong. Ethan Page is good though. And then we had another banger match right afterwards, which is Mike Santana versus Tavon Heights. Freaking wow, mind blown at this. While we're talking about Santana later on tonight, he challenged Trick Williams to the TNA World Title, for a match for the title, and that promo was pretty fire too, I must add. Jada Parker defeated Tatum Paxley. Fun little match. You know, Thea Hale coming in, stand up for Tatum, which is nice. Jasper Troy defeated Dante Chen. Okay, but the dude's got it, man. Like, yeah, wasn't expecting. I didn't expect him to win LFG, but good for him. Made a strong debut match. Pulling out Abyss's like a finisher, which is kind of cool to see because we haven't seen that in WWE programming before. We had Ethan Page get pretty much get called out by Rey Fenix, Eldorado Kid, and Javon Evans. They're gonna have a fun match. I can't wait to see that at Worlds Collide. That's gonna be a freaking excellent match. And then the absolute biggest shocker, which you guys didn't see throughout the whole Battlegrounds night, you had JC and Fallon just kind of fighting each other the whole time backstage, and after Vakira won, she kind of slapped Vakira, and this led to a match for them to have a match at NXT for the women's championship, and JC Jane won. I know the Discord was like, what the fuck? I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? The crowd, I even the personnel, I feel like they were told to play it off. Like they didn't know it was gonna happen. Um, I don't know if it's because like Victoria's injured, but I hope this is the push to the main roster for her because that woman deserves to be on main roster yesterday, and I can't wait to see her thrive on the main roster, and she's gonna kill it. NXT is a solid 5 stars for me. Solid 5 stars. Okay, so I didn't go into great detail during my Saturday Night Main Event review. The whole Priest and McIntyre feud, it's great. It's just it's getting kind of stale now. They need to end the series with something besides the steel cage, and I feel like we're not done. Unfortunately, I feel like we're gonna get something still. The thing that bothered me the most was Ventura's commentary the whole time. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. It was just too much for me. I don't know. I feel like bringing back people from the past to do stuff like that, it shouldn't be a thing. You know, just let them live their old retired lives, man. I'm over it. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it here. If you haven't done so already, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos like this and other stuff that I do post here weekly. Follow all my social media you see down below. Jump in Discord. We have all sorts of different channels where we talk, hang out, talk wrestling, music, video games, weather, all a bunch of stuff. Come in, hang out with us. And then last but not least, make sure you have something for my clothing line. A lot of the collections will be going away soon. If you haven't done so, make sure you do so. Grab something. And if you haven't done so already, order from there. You have 2 different codes you can use. You can use free ship for free shipping, or you can use first order 15 to get 15% off your very first order. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all next week. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Talk to you around. If he just...
Welcome to Quebec City, you son of a bitch!
Holy